I want to, instead of offering tarot readings, because I used to do that, I want to build the skill of doing readings. Not readings, I guess that's the wrong word, but sort of feeling the energy of someone without using the medium of tarot or any other medium. I think tarot is, I always thought this, that tarot is like a middleman between our energy and someone else's energy. And it's like you're too afraid, not you, collective you, including me. We're too afraid to sit in front of someone and hem and haw and wait for guidance that comes directly through us. Probably we're too afraid to speak it as ourselves, because I think tarot is kind of like gives us something safe to point towards. Like we can be like, oh, this card came out and this is what it means. If tarot wasn't on the table, I'd have to just be like, this is what I'm getting, and they'd probably maybe be mad at me if it was something unpalatable, but and then in a scenario I'd have to be braver and know and feel very confident in my abilities. And I really want to build that skill. Ideally, what I want to do is have strangers, I'm going to tell strangers if they're open to it, to do like live sessions with me, like one-on-one Zoom or like in person. Yeah. Where we just kind of chat and see what comes through. No tarot, no other medium. Obviously no charge on that, because I'm going to be learning the skill. I think the value for me is in learning the skill. The value for them would either be receiving that info or definitely providing honest feedback, because that's what I would want. I would want them to tell me how they feel about everything I've said. Does it relate? Does it resonate? Does it feel like I'm speaking as me or God is speaking to you? That's the ideal. I don't love this lighting. Yeah. I've been thinking about how I was very religious growing up, but even growing up I was never strict, really. I think I never embodied that, although a lot of people were strict and are strict. They use religion to be strict with themselves. And I don't feel religious anymore because I don't follow, I don't do daily things. I don't follow a rigid structure of religion. I actually don't do anything within religion. But I've never, ever, ever felt closer to God. It is like every day I get closer somehow, and I don't know how that can be. I don't know how that's possible. It's like it almost feels like new levels of understanding are opening in my brain and body that I could never access before. And so I could never imagine there could be more to learn and to be and to become and to feel closer to God through a whole different paradigm. If you're on level 1, you would, which I was, and I was like, this is me being close to God. Oh, being close to God means, being close to God, I used to really think this, being close to God meant telling him I'm grateful. And like being so grateful for everything I have, and then like also praying for the things that I want and going like, whatever you can do, and I'm like so grateful to you, and sort of like supplicating, because asking for forgiveness sometimes when I'm like, oh, I don't think I was grateful. And it's not it's not really a wrong thing, because I'm not doing a lot of things differently, but the feeling has really changed. Like in my past, when I was younger, I'd go like, thank you God for, like I have a place to live, I have a roof over my head, I have money, I'm like I get to like have an education, get to have a job, I have friends, I have family, so thank you. And I was like, God, am I not meant to speak right now? Okay. Instead of talking about the past, I'll talk about me now. I think, yeah. Right? Yeah. Um, and now it's like the feeling of gratitude is not something that is an obligation to me. It is not, I don't sit down and go, oh, now it's my time to pray to God. It is like every moment that I am alive is my prayer to God. I have like devoted my life. Actually, it's not even, it's that makes it sound like maybe I'm like living like a nun. No, it's that the devotion means that my life and God are one thing. It is like there is no separation. It is like I feel so grateful for everything, and it's like I don't even need to say it, because the feeling is already felt. It is like diffused all around me because I'm so grateful. I don't need to sit anywhere and go, God, I'm so grateful, because he'll be like, I know. And I don't need to sit anywhere and go, God, please can I have this? Because he'll be like, of course, that's not the question to be asking. The question to be asking is, what is holding me back from believing that I can have it? Why am I even asking that I want it? Why am I asking? Why am I saying, please can I have it? It's been such a shift towards kind of like this, how I go like, oh, you know what would be my dream is this, like I want this. And then when I say it, I know it's going to happen. And that's how I speak to God. And it's like changed my life so deeply in so many ways. It's like I've realized that God is everywhere in everything. Like God is in this room, God is this table, God is in me, God is in you, God is like the life force all around us. God is in each interaction we're having, actually, and it's up to us to allow him to be there fully. Because what I mean by that is, so many of our interactions, we are holding back the God within us because we are afraid, because we know that the God within us makes us appear vulnerable and makes us so open. The God within us, when we're really embodying the God, it's like we're like completely open. There are no defenses. And I think like we're so afraid of that. Not to speak for you, I know that I have been, and I am still. But I would really like to start allowing that through, so that I can see the God in you more. You know? Like, it's like once you start to want to embody that, you really see how a lot of our decisions and thoughts are based on a very polarized way of thinking. Like you can only have this or this. But God doesn't operate in that realm of like polarized what is possible. Anything is possible at all times. And that feeling, that quality, that power exists within all of us. And we're like not using it. But it's like not our fault either. I feel like religion itself, maybe when it was created, it knew what God is. Maybe whoever created all the religions of the world, whenever they created it, maybe they really did connect to God in this way. But I think what has happened is the religion has like contracted, and the religion has been created to be like a bite-sized nugget, palatable for everyone. Um, like do this, do this, do this, and you'll go to heaven. And by contracting it into a set of rules, you've taken the God out of it. Oh, there's a Sufjan song that's so good. It's called The Ascension, and I'm forgetting the lyrics. I need to search it. I need to search the lyrics. It's the last. It's the last verse. I'll put it. I'll put it in the thing later. But yeah, by contracting your set of rules and calling it a religion, you've taken the God out of it. And someone who is born into that religion, any religion in the world, anyone who's born into it will not immediately see God through that thing that you're presenting them. What they will see is a set of rules, which is like anything else in society. And God is not like anything else in society. It is meant to liberate you and expand you. You can actually never find God by contracting anything. God, it can only be found through expansion, like really unimaginably grand expansion of your mind, of your life, of your soul, of your heart. You have to do things so grandly expansive to finally see God. And the more, and I don't mean like God like outside of us. I mean like to see the God in you and to look, awaken, and go, wow, God is in everyone and God is in everything. What was I afraid of? If I am God and you are God, I am God speaking to God. I think what we're afraid of is that we're children at our hearts, and the fear comes from this tension between our child selves. So it's just like children and God. That is all that there is in society. Yeah. That is honestly a wild take, but that is how I think. That's what I think is happening. I think like the more rules we create for ourselves and the more rules we follow, the more we restrict our own living. Oh, that is the definition of a rule. Well, yeah, the more we restrict ourselves, the more we restrict our lives. Guys, haven't I discovered something right now? No, the more we restrict the life force that is like within us, it's like we're putting the dam on the river of life. And we're like, only 2 drops of water today. Not too much, not too little. What if the water runs out? What if there's too much and it floods our village? But maybe you're not meant to settle there. Maybe you're not meant to settle where you are. And maybe the river wants to carry you to your dream settlement. Maybe the river wants to carry you forever and you're not letting it. And honestly, I think every rule I can think of is arbitrary. Even rules that are like do good unto others, it's like it's still a rule. And once you find God, you will do good unto others because you will first do good unto yourself, and then there will be no other option. There you will never doing bad unto others intentionally will hurt you. It will upset you, and you will even if you do it one time, you'll be like, oh, I didn't like that. It'll be a natural consequence. You'll learn it. You'll do it. I can't think right now of any rules that need to be a rule. And I just think we don't give enough credit to our fellow companions, our fellow humans living on Earth with us. I think we're not giving them enough credit because I truly think everyone is equally capable of discovering God, like godliness within them, got God outside of religion. I do think it's like a valiant effort to create religion for the masses. I don't know how I would bring the concept of God to the masses, I don't know, is there a better way to have done that? How could you do anything without rules? I don't know. What would you say? The teachings of love? Because like yeah, I guess I've read quotes all my life of like gurus, like meditative Buddhist gurus who are like everything is one. You are one with God. There is no separation. God is all around us. Love is the only thing in the universe. Um, and it's like you can read them and not get it. I didn't really get it. I was like, poetry. But I feel it now. And what is it that awakened me to it? You know, like an amalgamation of everything. I think the only way to reach God is to allow Him to reach you, is to stop building the dam on the river and to allow the river to take you, to allow life to flow through you, and then you will awaken because time moves through us and we don't need to do much. But what we are currently doing is holding on to the past. We're building the dam. We're sheltering ourselves. We're like not looking, not looking. Don't show me that. I don't want to see the truth. And it's like, and if you just stop for like a millisecond, if you stop doing all of this contraction and avoidance and grasping and building, and you just stop, it'll like bombard you. It'll like the truth is like so palpable all around you, and you know that. And that is why you are so afraid and anxious and worried all the time. That is why we live in a society where it's just like hustle culture and be very fast about everything. Work, 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 work. No rest. Don't sit down. Don't take a nap. Don't sleep in. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, nothing. Oh, sad. Like, you must be lonely. Because we're all collectively afraid of looking at the truth, because it would change literally everything. But it's like, oh, I was like approaching it all wrong. I was like, how did I get to God? How did I get to the truth? It's not about that. It's that it's like so much all around us. It's like this close to us, like this close. And we're like, I don't see anything. I'm living an amazing life. Look at all these trees. Like, whoa, like, look at all this money I have. And you're just like, our eyes are closed. What are we going to do that our whole lives? If we open our eyes, and by that I mean if we stopped for 1 second to like look around and breathe, and stopped our minds for like literally a day, just as an experiment. Like, what if we just lay down on our bed and looked at the wall for 8 hours, doing nothing and turning our brain off? Don't even turn your brain off. Your brain will be like, these are all the issues. Deal with this. The truth can never be avoided. It is all around you at all times. Once you deal with your mind truth, then God truth is like right here waiting. It's like in a freaking line, just waiting to enter. And it's the line gets longer the longer you wait. And so when you finally open the door, it's gonna feel like just years and years and years of worth of truth that you now need to look at and go like, okay. Oh, okay, nice. So everything before this was a lie? Cool, great. So if you wait like 50 years to do this, 50 years might have been a lie. Not all of it, just like you could have spent that 50 years living as yourself and not as like a projected version of you. I say you because I'm talking to myself, not you. I mean me. It's not like I'm above anyone going like you. This is like me talking to me. Um, yeah, I think there's nothing you need to do. I think there's something you need to do, which is nothing. You need to actively do nothing to allow yourself to receive. Mm. I'm just dreaming of a world where everything's really slow. What a dream. Like, just like no one's in a rush. Can you imagine? There's nowhere to get to. Like, everyone's just like, I love where I am right here. I've been in such a rush. It's like I'm doing it to myself. I want to be so slow. I want to be so slow I annoy people on the sidewalk. Already done that. But I want to be so slow I annoy myself with my slowness. I'll report back on that. Bye.